Hi everyone and welcome to Classic American Car. In today's video, we're diving into some classic cars available on the marketplace for some seriously low prices. Stick around to see some fantastic deals and also for the purchase link. It is in the description of this video.
Number 1. Tucked away in Hagerstown, Maryland, sits this vibrant red 1963 Ford Galaxie 500, a full-sized American classic brimming with vintage character and unfulfilled potential. Priced at $3,500 or best offer, the seller openly shares a sense of regret. "I wish I had more time to work on this classic." That sentiment alone sets the tone for what this car represents. Not just a vehicle, but a project, a time capsule, a piece of 1960s American metal waiting for the right hands to bring it back to life. The body is largely solid, with good bones. Overall, the floors and trunk pan remain surprisingly intact for a vehicle of this age, and the frame is described as solid, which is a major win for any restorer. That said, the car isn't without its battle scars. The seller is honest about the rust repair it needs, which is clearly visible in the photos. It's not terminal, but it does require attention, especially for anyone looking to take it to the next level. Adding a bit of muscle to the picture is an older 351 Windsor engine sitting under the hood. The exact mileage is unknown, a common tale for vintage cars, but it does start and run, which is a promising foundation. However, it will need to be towed, suggesting it's not yet roadworthy. The brakes, while present and functioning to a degree, need adjustment before any serious driving can occur. Visually, the car holds its own. It sits on Keystone Classic rims, a nostalgic touch that enhances the period-correct aesthetic, paired with good tires that still have life in them. The seller includes several extra parts along with the sale, including missing chrome trim pieces and original emblems. A goldmine for someone looking to complete the car with authentic details, whether you're looking to build a retro street cruiser, restore a nostalgic piece of family history, or simply enjoy the satisfaction of reviving a piece of Detroit's past. This Galaxie 500 offers a raw but promising canvas. The seller is also open to trades, particularly for a running truck, making this a potentially flexible deal for the right buyer with the right vehicle to offer in return. Number 2, located in sunny Hialeah, Florida, this 1979 Oldsmobile Cutless Supreme SL is a true survivor in every sense of the word. Priced at $7,000 with some room for negotiation. This car is a rare find, a genuine one-owner vehicle that has managed to escape the rust and rot so often seen in cars of this vintage. With just 50,000 original miles on the clock and a clean title in hand, it's clear this Oldsmobile has lived a pampered, garage-kept life. The body is clean and straight, free from rust, dents, or major imperfections, preserving the elegant lines and distinctive styling that made the Cutless Supreme such a standout in the late 70s. Beneath the hood sits a stock 350 cubic inch V8 engine, quiet, smooth, and still purring with confidence, paired to an automatic transmission for a relaxed and enjoyable ride. It's a car built for comfort and cruising, not corner carving. Inside, the story continues with a mostly clean interior, with seats and carpets in good condition. The only notable issue is a sagging headliner, a common age-related flaw that's easily addressed. The air conditioning system is functional but will need a simple recharge to return to its prime, which is a small price to pay for cool cruising during Florida summers. The car rolls on nearly new Vogue tires, although the rims are showing their age with some rust starting to appear, purely cosmetic at this stage. Mechanically, the essentials are sound, brakes, steering, lights, and even the factory radio are all in working order, making this car something you can enjoy right away without major investment. This Cutless isn't just a car, it's a beautifully preserved slice of late 1970s American luxury and style. Whether you're a collector looking to add a pristine olds to your garage or simply someone who wants a stylish, low-mileage classic for weekend drives, this one-owner Cutless Supreme deserves a serious look. Number 3, offered at just $4,500 and located in Memphis, Tennessee, this 1979 Cadillac El Dorado Coupe represents both a bygone era of American automotive opulence and an outstanding opportunity for any classic car enthusiast looking for an affordable entry into vintage Cadillac ownership. Finished in a rich, iconic shade of red with a complementary white interior, this full-size luxury coupe exudes the kind of bold, unmistakable presence that only a Cadillac of this era can deliver. What makes this car especially appealing is its single-owner history, an increasingly rare trait in the classic car world. The odometer reads 89,000 miles, which is remarkably low for its age, and it comes with a clean title. While specific mechanical details are limited, it's safe to assume the Eldorado is powered by a front-wheel drive V8 engine, most likely a 350 or 425 cubic inch unit, paired with a smooth shifting automatic transmission, Cadillac's go-to formula for grand touring comfort at the time. The listing doesn't go into detail about condition beyond paid off and ready for a new owner, but that in itself hints at a car that's still very much intact and potentially drivable with minimal effort. The exterior appears straight, and while closer inspection would be necessary to confirm everything, the value proposition is clear. For under $5,000, you're getting a true American luxury coupe from the tail end of the 70s, a car that defined personal status and rolling comfort. Whether you see this Eldorado as a full-blown restoration candidate, a cruiser to tinker with on weekends, or a platform for something more custom, it offers tremendous potential and unmistakable style. It might need a little work and smart buyers will ask questions, but it stands as one of the more accessible paths into Cadillac ownership without breaking the bank. Number 4, up for grabs in Austin, Texas. This menacing black 1975 Chevrolet Caprice Classic Coupe is a striking example of big-bodied American muscle from the mid-1970s, the final years before tightening emissions and downsizing began to reshape Detroit's landscape. Listed at $7,000 firm, this car isn't just about good looks. Under the hood lies a freshly installed crate 350 cubic inch V8 engine, complete with a light cam that gives it a bit more growl and attitude than stock. It's mated to a 4.0 automatic transmission, widely regarded as one of GM's most durable gearboxes, and is fed by a traditional 4-barrel carburetor. The car is said to run and drive strong, a solid runner with muscle car energy and full-size cruiser comfort. But it's not without its blemishes. The seller notes an oil pan leak as well as a front transmission seal that's beginning to seep. Issues that, while not critical, will need addressing for long-term peace of mind. For the right buyer, these repairs are more of a weekend-wrenching opportunity than a deal-breaker. Originally purchased as a restoration project, this Caprice now needs someone else to finish the job. But the good news is that the heavy lifting has already begun with that upgraded powertrain. The body retains all the graceful lines that made the Caprice Classic such a statement car in its day, and with some finishing touches, this beast could easily become a showstopper or street machine. For anyone who appreciates the mix of old-school V8 power, rear-wheel drive, and undeniable presence, this 1975 Caprice is a fantastic opportunity to grab a piece of Chevrolet history and maybe even turn a few heads along the way. Number 5. In Central Square, New York, a well-preserved gem from the mid-1980s awaits its next caretaker, a 1985 Mercury Grand Marquis, offered at a very reasonable $4,000. This car is a throwback to an era when American sedans were still built on full-size frames, powered by smooth V8s, and lined with enough interior comfort to rival your living room. Described by the seller as a beautiful example that once graced local car shows, this Grand Marquis is said to run like a top, strong, smooth, and immediately roadworthy. It could just as easily serve as a dependable weekend cruiser as it could a classic show car with very little effort. The odometer shows only 35,000 miles, and while the seller admits they're not entirely certain whether that figure is original, the condition of the car certainly supports the claim. The body is impressively clean, free from rust or collision damage, with chrome and trim still gleaming. The interior appears well kept too, a testament to either excellent care or long-term indoor storage. Recent maintenance includes fresh oil, a good battery and solid tires, meaning this car is mechanically ready to hit the road. The clean title is in hand, making the transaction straightforward for anyone who's ready to take this Marquis home. It's increasingly rare to find these 80s era full-size sedans in such good condition, especially at a sub $5,000 price point. For collectors, nostalgic drivers, or simply someone who appreciates the smooth, floaty ride of an old Mercury, this Grand Marquis offers a ton of value wrapped in a quietly classy package. Number 6, offered for $5,500 and located in Islip, New York. This 1941 Plymouth Acclaimed sedan 4-door is a charming survivor from a long-gone era and comes with a rare super deluxe trim. Described as a true barn find, this vintage beauty has clearly been well preserved over the years. Beneath its classic, flowing pre-war bottlings, it features a sturdy inline 6-cylinder engine that fires up reliably and runs smoothly. The motor is paired with a classic 3-speed column shift manual transmission, colloquially known as 3 on the tree, offering an authentic analog driving experience that's becoming increasingly rare. According to the seller, everything on the vehicle works as it should: lights, gauges, and even the horn, which is no small claim for a car that's over 80 years old. The body appears straight, with its elegant chrome accents and trim still in place. While the paint and patina may reflect its age, it only adds to the vehicle's character and originality. The interior is believed to be mostly original and has that unmistakable vintage aroma and feel, with wide bench seats and a dashboard that speaks to the design language of early 1940s American motoring. Whether you're a vintage moper enthusiast or someone simply in search of a drivable pre-war classic to add to your collection, this 1941 Plymouth Super Deluxe offers tremendous historical value and presence at a very approachable price. Number 7. Located in Mount Airy, Maryland, and offered at $8,000. This 1978 Cadillac Eldorado Biarritz represents the height of late 70s South American luxury. Finished in a deep, rich burgundy color that pairs beautifully with its opulent styling, this full-size personal luxury coupe has just 41,000 original miles on the clock, a remarkably low figure for a vehicle approaching its 5th decade. Under the hood sits Cadillac's massive 425 cubic inch V8, known for its smooth, quiet power delivery and effortless highway cruising ability. It's paired with a silky smooth automatic transmission, and according to the seller, the car has recently undergone a thorough tune-up, including fresh fluids, new spark plugs, gaskets, and more. White wall tires true to the period have also been installed and have less than 20 miles on them. The front suspension has been replaced, and the rear has been upgraded to air ride, improving both ride quality and visual stance. Inside, the cabin is everything you'd expect from a Biarritz plush: overstuffed seats, a dash filled with chrome and wood grain accents, and an atmosphere that just whispers luxury. Both air conditioning and heat are fully operational, and the seller proudly notes that it starts up easily every time. Whether you're seeking a weekend cruiser, a show-ready candidate, or just a beautifully preserved piece of 1970s Americana, this Eldorado checks all the boxes. Low miles, recent maintenance, and undeniable presence, this one's ready to hit the road in style. Number 8, offered firmly at $4,500 and located in Perry, Oklahoma. This 1966 Oldsmobile F85 is a true sleeper of a project car, one that already runs and drives and carries the kind of mid-60s charm that only GM's lesser-known nameplates can offer. With just over 70,700 miles on the odometer, this example has spent much of its life off the road but was recently brought back to life. It retains its original drivetrain, paired to an automatic transmission that still shifts well, and while it isn't flawless, it's a solid foundation for someone looking to either restore or preserve a vintage daily driver. The paint is faded and could use some love, possibly a respray or a full patina preservation effort depending on your taste, but the body appears to be in fair shape. Most of the chrome is intact and straight, and with some elbow grease, the exterior could be brought back to life. The interior is impressively well kept for its age, with the exception of the headliner, which will need attention. Original door panels, dash, and seats show surprisingly minimal wear, a testament to the car's low usage over the years. The seller also notes that it comes with additional new parts already installed, which could help kickstart the restoration process without breaking the bank. The vehicle is tagged, insured, and even driven on occasion, suggesting that it's roadworthy in its current condition. For someone seeking a mid-60 South GM vehicle with charm, character, and real usability, this Olds F85 is a rare find at a budget-friendly price. Number 9. This 1980 Chevrolet CK1500 short bed regular cab pickup, offered at $7,000 and based in San Antonio, Texas, is a straight shooter of a truck, no fluff. No frills, just an honest square-body Chevy that's still on the road after more than 4 decades. Wearing a blue-on-blue color combination that's pure 80s Americana, this truck shows 300,000 miles on the odometer and has clearly put in the work over its lifetime, powered by a V8 engine and mated to an automatic transmission. It reportedly runs and drives and comes with a clean Texas title and up-to-date registration. The seller states that the engine has had head work done recently, but also discloses that it still smokes, suggesting the need for additional engine work. That said, it starts, runs, and moves, and presents a solid platform for restoration or modification. This is a 2-owner truck with no major structural issues mentioned, and its body appears to be free from serious rust or collision damage. It's the kind of truck that could serve as a rolling project, a base for a custom build, or even a patina cruiser as is. With the square-body Chevy market continuing to heat up, this 1980 C10 short bed offers solid value for someone with mechanical know-how and a vision. Number 10. Located in Tahlequah, Oklahoma, and priced at $8,000. This 1966 Ford F100 short bed pickup is a power-packed classic with just the right mix of originality and performance upgrades. Under the hood is a rebuilt 352 cubic inch V8 that's been bored .060 over and features a host of performance parts, including aluminum Edelbrock heads, intake, and carburetor. This setup gives the truck plenty of torque and responsiveness, perfect for both weekend cruises and spirited drives. Power is sent through a 4-speed manual transmission, though the seller notes that the clutch is noisy, possibly due to a broken spring, but it still functions, and the truck recently completed a 300-mile round trip without a hitch. That alone speaks volumes about its overall roadworthiness. Additional features include odometer gauges for accurate engine monitoring, a high-capacity aluminum radiator to keep temperatures in check, and factory-style bucket seats that add both comfort and a vintage-correct look. The bed has been sprayed with a durable Raptor liner, ideal for actual hauling or just giving peace of mind when using the truck regularly. The body appears straight and solid with a primer gray finish that's ready for paint or can be enjoyed as a rat rod aesthetic. Krager wheels give it a period-correct muscle truck look, and new brakes have been installed throughout. There is some rust on the rear bumper, but nothing major was mentioned otherwise. With a good title in hand and plenty of upgrades already completed, this classic F100 is a great candidate for someone seeking a reliable vintage Ford with performance chops and a ton of personality. Number 11, offered at $6,000 and located in Fort Beaver, Virginia. This 1984 Dodge D150 short bed is not your run-of-the-mill pickup. It's a rugged, character-rich survivor with stories in its sheet metal and charm in every dent and rumble. Powered by Chrysler's classic 5.2 L318 SID V8 engine with a 2-barrel carburetor, this rear-wheel drive, half-ton American truck is a raw, honest example of 1980s moper working-class muscle. It's not perfect and it doesn't pretend to be, but what it offers is soul, history, and more curb appeal than trucks 3 times the price. Finished in a striking banana yellow, the truck was formerly a ranger service vehicle for Shenandoah National Park and still wears its past proudly. This is not a trailer queen or a pristine showpiece. It's a driver, a project, a head-turner with patina and personality. Whether you're cruising through town or parked at a local meet, people stop and stare. There's just something about this truck, the color, the stance, the no-frills confidence. It grabs attention wherever it goes. Since owning it, The current caretakers have done a number of key maintenance items to keep it running and driving, including replacing the radiator, installing a new water pump, doing a full oil change, and swapping out the air filter. These are the sorts of updates that keep an old Dodge like this on the road and in good spirits. That said, this was always more of a side project for them, a fun truck in a fleet of around 7 cars, so it hasn't received the full restoration treatment. Unfortunately, with limited space and too many other priorities, they've made the hard decision to let her go to someone who can give her the time and attention she deserves. Mechanically, the truck starts and runs, though it does come with a few quirks. For example, it sometimes requires a neutral start, which likely means the starter or ignition switch may need attention soon. The automatic transmission shifts a bit rough at times, especially under load, which is common for these old torque flight setups, but something that should be addressed for optimal performance. The engine, however, is solid, and the unmistakable low-end growl of the 318 V8 reminds you why this power plant served in countless Chrysler trucks for decades. Cosmetically, there's some surface rust, particularly around the wheel wells and the lower rockers, but nothing major or structural. It's the kind of wear that tells a story rather than threatens the vehicle's longevity. The body panels are straight overall, and the paint, though faded and weathered in places, still radiates that quirky, sunshiny attitude. It wears its age well, like a classic pair of work boots or an old leather jacket. The interior is basic, but functional, typical of early 80s work trucks. There are a few cracked plastics and sun-worn surfaces, but everything is there. It's an honest cab, no frills, no gadgets, just steel, vinyl, and the hum of the road. The bench seat is usable, as though a reupholster wouldn't hurt. The dash is intact and the gauges work, though like most trucks of this vintage. A few of the auxiliary lights can be temperamental. The truck comes with a clean title and the original VIN 1B7GD 14TOES 268328, which decodes as a factory-built D152 wheel drive. Pickup with the T-code 318 engine. It's a true short bed, desirable for its proportions and maneuverability, and with the right vision, this could easily become a killer cruiser, a rad shop truck, or even a full-on resto dash mod. Importantly, the seller is not interested in trades cash. Only makes no claims that the truck is turnkey. It's a project, a fun one, a love it and make it yours kind of vehicle. If you're looking for something spotless and showroom ready, this isn't it. But if you want something with roots, with potential, and with a genuine old school vibe, then you might have just found your next adventure on 4 wheels. Whether you plan to restore it, rat rod it, or just daily drive it as is, this 1984 Dodge D150 offers a rare combination of history, looks, and mechanical simplicity. Trucks like this are becoming harder to find, especially with clean frames and vintage character still intact. This one has all the right bones, and all it needs now is the right set of hands. Number 12, offered at $7,000 and located in Manford, Oklahoma. This 1970 Chevrolet is officially listed as a G10 van, but don't let that throw you off the build, the stance, and the details suggest it's much more in line with a C10 custom sport truck. What you're looking at here is a one-of-a-kind classic Chevy that blends old-school American pickup soul with thoughtful updates and street-ready swagger. At its heart is a 327 cubic inch V8, a tried-and-true small-block Chevy engine that defined an entire generation of GM performance. Paired with a TH350 automatic transmission, the drivetrain offers reliable cruising and punchy acceleration, making this truck just as ready for a weekend road trip as it is for cars and coffee meet. This truck has seen a fair share of mechanical upgrades recently, most notably a full Flowmaster exhaust system that delivers the perfect balance between low-end rumble and freeway civility. It's the kind of sound that turns heads at idle and puts a grin on your face under throttle. To keep things cool under the hood, the builder added electric cooling fans, while the gas tank was relocated for better weight distribution and accessibility, often a go-to mod for these vintage Chevys. A new water pump and a voltage regulator round out the recent maintenance, making this truck not only more dependable but also easier to live with day to day. The vehicle has been lowered by 2 inches all around, giving it a meaner stance without sacrificing comfort. It rides on a nice set of aftermarket wheels and tires that fill out the fenders just right, with good tread still on the rubber. One of the most eye-catching exterior features is the set of aftermarket halo headlights, which lend a modern visual punch to the vintage front end. It's little touches like these subtle but thoughtful that give this truck a fresh personality. Without trying too hard, the seller notes that the truck runs and drives well, with no major issues reported, and comes with a clean Oklahoma title. It's a solid foundation for a custom build, a street cruiser, or a show truck with just a bit more polish. Best of all, the seller is open to partial trades, which opens up possibilities for buyers who may want to mix cash with another toy. From their garage, whether you're a lifelong Chevy guy or just starting to fall in love with vintage American trucks, this 1970 custom G10C10 blend offers serious bang for your buck and plenty of room for further customization down the road. Number 13. Located in Vail, Arizona, and priced at $7,855. This 1965 Ford Fairlane station wagon is a true one family, barn-find survivor with 124,000 original miles. It's powered by a 289 cubic inch V8 engine, mated to a classic 3-speed manual column shift transmission. Nostalgic throwback to a time when even family wagons came with a bit of hot rod DNA. This long roof cruiser has been sitting for years, but its bones remain impressively solid. Mechanically, it's already well on its way back to roadworthiness. It sports a new aluminum radiator, ensuring efficient cooling and new brakes, which are essential for a car this size and era. The engine starts and runs smoothly, and the transmission shifts cleanly through the gears, proving that this old Ford still has plenty of life left under the hood. Factory air conditioning is installed, a rare and desirable feature for mid-60s wagons, though it does need a recharge before it's blowing cold again. Still, it's a big bonus for anyone looking to cruise comfortably in warmer weather. The car's body is largely free of rust, with the exception of one major area. All 4 floor pans need replacement due to long-term water intrusion, which is common in wagons that spent decades in storage. The rest of the car rockers, roof, rear quarters, and fenders are impressively clean for its age, suggesting this Fairlane was well cared for before being tucked away. Inside, the cabin is mostly original and presents as an authentic mid-1960s time capsule. The driver's seat shows its age and will require repair or replacement, but the dash, steering wheel, and door panels still reflect the quality materials Ford used during this era. It's not perfect, but it's real, and that counts for a lot in today's world of over-polished restorations. As a project, this wagon offers enormous potential. The 289 V8 and manual column shifter setup makes it an ideal platform for a vintage street cruiser or even a mild sleeper build. Imagine it lowered slightly on wide white walls with a roof rack and vintage surfboards, or restored to stock and taken on road trips with the family. This car has soul and utility in equal measure. True one-owner station wagons in restorable condition are becoming increasingly hard to find, and this one represents a rare opportunity for a passionate restorer or collector who appreciates long roofs and old-school Ford engineering. Number 14, listed at $4,800 and located in Phoenix, Arizona. This 1982 Chevrolet S10 regular cab short bed is a no-nonsense driver with a bit of patina, a lot of personality, and all the essentials for a dependable and fun daily or light project. It's showing 174,000 miles. And it wears those miles proudly. This little Chevy has been driven, enjoyed, and kept alive with care, finished in red. The truck sports a gray interior and rides on new Hankook tires, which still have plenty of life left. Mechanically, it's powered by a tried and true automatic transmission that shifts well and makes the truck easy to use in traffic or around town. The seller reports that it's been daily driven for 2 years, which is a strong vote of confidence. In its ROADWORTHINESS. Inside, the cabin has been partially redone, including an aftermarket stereo system with upgraded speakers. There's also a subwoofer included, though it hasn't been wired in yet an easy weekend job if you're into audio. The setup suggests someone spent real time and money improving the experience behind the wheel. As for creature comforts, the air conditioning system still works, though the seller notes it puts a bit of strain on the engine. That's a common quirk in older, smaller trucks, especially in hot Arizona summers. But it's good to know the system is intact. There are few cosmetic and mechanical issues worth noting. The windshield is cracked, and the passenger window requires a replacement clip to function properly. Neither of these issues is major, and parts are generally inexpensive and readily available for early S10s. The body has light dings, minor rust, unexpected spots, and the usual wear you'd find on a 40-plus-year-old working truck. But that's part of its charm. It's not perfect, and it doesn't pretend to be. What it is, though, is dependable, fun to drive, and honest. And with short beds becoming increasingly sought after in the vintage truck world, it could easily become a stylish retro cruiser with minimal work. The seller is open to trades or best offers, which makes this a flexible deal for someone looking to get into the classic truck scene without breaking the bank. Number 15. This 1970 Chevrolet C20, listed at $6,500 and located in Allentown, Pennsylvania, is an honest old workhorse with a freshly built heart and loads of potential. It's a regular cab, long bed pickup finished in a rugged orange exterior, and it's powered by a 292 cubic inch inline-six engine. With just 30,000 miles since the rebuild, that engine is a torque-heavy legend among Chevy straight sixes, known for its durability and low-end grunt. It's paired with a 4-speed manual transmission that gives you full control over every shift, a rare and increasingly appreciated feature in today's world of automatic everything. Whether you're hauling lumber, towing vintage toys, or just enjoying a weekend cruise, this truck does it the old school way. The list of new parts is extensive and shows that a lot of the heavy lifting has already been done. New carburetor, new radiator, new fuel system components, new brake system, new distributor and high output ignition setup, new heater. Core mechanically, it's road ready and reliable with responsive brakes and steady cooling even under load. That's important because old trucks like this were made to work, and this one still can. Cosmetically, it shows the wear of a life well lived. The body has typical rust and the bed is well used, but there's nothing here that can't be tackled with a bit of time and elbow grease. Included in the sale are disc brake conversion parts and extra trim pieces, giving the next owner a head start on future improvements or a resto mod build. Registered with antique plates in Pennsylvania, this C20 is exempt from state inspection, which is a nice perk if you're looking to drive and tinker at your own pace without jumping through red tape. Overall, it's a solid platform, the kind of truck that doesn't try to impress you with flash but wins you over with authenticity and brute reliability. Perfect for someone who wants a classic heavy pickup that runs well now and can grow into something even better down the road. Number 16. For sale in Windber, Pennsylvania, this 1986 Mercury Capri RSL is a rare sight on today's roads, a true piece of muscle-era history wrapped in tip-top style. Priced at $8,000, this Capri is not some half-finished project or show queen collecting dust in a garage. This one's a driver, built to be driven and built to perform. Under the hood lies a strong-running 306 cubic inch small block Ford, paired to an automatic transmission equipped with a reverse manual valve body, giving you more control and making it ready for street cruising or weekend strip duty. The drivetrain is responsive, dependable, and designed to move when you put your foot down. The factory T-tops are a real bonus, perfect for catching the wind on a sunny Pennsylvania afternoon. And while this car might not be freshly restored, it has a clean title and is completely turnkey. This isn't a car that needs to be babied. It's meant to be used and enjoyed just like any proper muscle coupe should be. The seller makes it clear, it's cash only, no nonsense. If you're after a street-ready Capri with real old-school soul and a bite to match the bark, this one is ready to go. Number 17. Located in Farmingdale, New Jersey, this 1981 Chevrolet Malibu is far from your average body coupe. Priced at $7,200. What you're looking at here is a purpose-built street warrior, aggressive, raw, and full of fire breathing. Small block performance. At its heart is a 355 cubic inch small block Chevy, running 11.5 to 1 compression and with just around 1,500 miles of street use on the build. That engine breathes through hooker-long tube headers, roars thanks to a Lunati hydraulic flat tappet cam with a stout .506 lift, and is fed by a Holley 750 carb. The ignition system is fresh too, with a brand new MSD distributor and wires backed by an MSD box mounted inside the car. It doesn't just look mean, it sounds like thunder and pulls hard. Mated to the motor is a 250 transmission featuring a Hurst shifter with lockout, delivering shifts that are both tight and satisfying. A 12-bolt rear with 3.73 Posey traction gears lays down the power, and the car is equipped with a driveshaft loop for safety. The exhaust system is an X-pipe feeding into glass packs, giving the Malibu a feral growl that's hard to miss. Inside, the cabin features Monte Carlo SS front and rear red seats, brand new black carpeting, and the car's stripped-down, no-nonsense attitude makes it a true street sleeper. It also comes with a new Champion aluminum radiator, although the new hoses and electric fan need to be hooked up both. Included in the sale. The seller's got videos of it running and a mountain of extra parts to go with it. Just ask. If you want something built to rip pavement and command attention, this Malibu is calling your name. Number 18, offered at $8,000 and located in Willis, Texas. This 1985 Chevrolet C10 is the kind of truck that earns nods at stoplights and thumbs up at gas stations. Finished in a bold orange and driven regularly, this C10 balances classic style with modern upgrades, and it's no trailer queen. With 150,000 miles on the odometer, it's seen life, but it's also received serious attention where it counts. Powering this C10 is a 350 cubic inch engine that's been bored .040 over and outfitted with Vortec heads, headers, aftermarket intake, and carburetor, camshaft, and roller rockers. This isn't a slap-together backyard build. The engine work is well thought out and is only about 7,000 miles since the rebuild, so it's still relatively fresh and eager to perform. The transmission is a 350 automatic that's been solid and reliable, with no known issues. Recent maintenance includes a new radiator and electric fans key for any Texas-driven ride, as well as new window seals to keep the elements out. It's small touches like that which show the seller didn't just stop at the drivetrain. The truck does show signs of wear, and there's some minor rust to be aware of. It's not perfect, but it wears its age with pride. It does need new tires, but aside from that, it's in solid shape and very much road ready. If you're looking for a stylish, head-turning square body that you can drive and continue improving, this C10 is one worth checking out. Number 19. This 1954 Cadillac Series 60, offered at $3,500 and located in Silver Lake, Kansas, is the kind of barn-find project that makes any classic car enthusiast's heart race. Largely complete and untouched in the best way, this old Cadillac hasn't been butchered, over-modified, or parted out. What you see is nearly all original. And that's a rare thing these days. The exterior is finished in a soft green and wears the patina of time proudly. Pulled from storage in the 1980s, the car has only been rolled about 300 miles since. While the hood is currently unmounted and missing some hardware, the body is largely intact, with new rear door glass already installed. Doors and trunk open and close properly, and the seller notes that rust is minimal and manageable, a blessing for a 70-year-old luxury sedan. Inside, the car still holds its factory radio, discovered in the trunk, and it comes with a clear Kansas title in the seller's name. Though the brakes are currently inoperative, the vehicle rolls and steers easily, making it ideal for loading onto a trailer or positioning in your workshop. This Cadillac is a full-scale restoration project, no doubt, but it's also a clean slate with so much of its originality preserved. If you've been waiting for a dignified classic to bring back to life, one with style, presence, and elegance from a bygone era, the Series 60 is your opportunity. Number 20. Found in Chesapeake, Virginia. This 1981 AMC Concord is one of those rare survivor cars that hasn't been turned into someone's forgotten project or wrecked beyond recognition. Priced at just $900, it's a budget-friendly way to step into a vintage ride that's still got a heartbeat and plenty of potential, showing just 71,000 original miles. This Concord still runs thanks to a strong engine that fires up and performs well. The automatic transmission, however, is described as weak, so it will either need a rebuild or replacement to be fully road-ready. Still, for a car over 4 decades old, that's a manageable issue, especially considering how well preserved. The rest of the vehicle is it comes equipped with factory air conditioning, an AM/FM radio, power steering, and power brakes. This isn't a stripped-down shell, it still has its comfort and convenience features intact. Even more impressive is the body, which boasts rust-free panels on the hood, fenders, doors, and trunk lid. Gold when it comes to parts donors or easy restoration. The blue interior is in excellent condition, especially for the year, and could serve as the foundation for a full restoration or simply be appreciated as is. Whether you're looking to restore a quirky and rare AMC model, need clean parts for another Concord or Eagle, or just want an affordable classic to tinker with, this Concord is an honest deal.